Hi, Robin Flynn here, and today we are going to be looking at storing trauma in the body from a spiritual perspective. So, what is trauma? The types of trauma, why and how we store it, and how to release it, most importantly. Trauma is an experience that goes beyond its physical or psychological aspects. It's a deep wound or disruption in the energy, consciousness, and spiritual well-being. So the body can store various types of trauma. There is the physical, but there's also the emotional and the spiritual. So let's look at those in a bit more detail. So emotional trauma often result from distressing events or experiences. So they can include losses of loved ones, emotional abuse, abandonment, PTSD, or betrayal. So these traumas can lead to the accumulation of unprocessed emotions, which manifest as physical symptoms or emotional blockages. Physical injuries or accidents can also be stored in the body. So the memory of the pain or the injury may be retained in the body's tissues, leading to chronic pain or discomfort long after the physical wound has healed. Trauma experienced in childhood, such as abuse, neglect, can leave deep imprints on the body and the mind. These early traumas can affect an individual's physical and emotional being throughout their entire life. Trauma stemming from relationships such as breakups, divorces, loss of important friendships can be stored as emotional wounds. Trauma experienced as part of a larger community, society, or even a global scale can be stored by individuals. Events like natural disasters, wars, societal upheavals can impact on a profound level, and the collective energy of these traumas can influence the body. So some may carry trauma from past lives, known as karmic trauma. These experiences can continue to affect the individual in this lifetime from a past until that lesson has been integrated. So it's important to understand that these different types of traumas are interconnected. They create a complex imprints in the body and the energy field. So the body stores trauma for various interconnected reasons. We choose our life experiences, which could include trauma as an opportunity for soul growth and learning. The body may store trauma as a way for us to help to remember and integrate these lessons into the spiritual journey. The body can store trauma as a protective mechanism. When an experience is too overwhelming, the mind and the body might repress it, storing the emotions and memories until we're spiritually or emotionally ready to confront and release it. If we make agreements or contracts with other souls before we incarnate, these contracts may involve experiencing trauma or challenges to help us or them on a spiritual level. Storing trauma, it might be part of fulfilling that contract. What about trauma as a catalyst for spiritual growth and transformation? This is what happened to me. My tumor was my wake-up call. The stored trauma served as a purpose to motivate me to seek healing, self-awareness, and spiritual awakening. Now, the body stores trauma, has connections to our spiritual journey, the soul evolution, and the complexities of our energy system. It's an integral part of our human experience. It's why we've come down to this physical plane. It offers us opportunities for profound healing and growth on the spiritual level. So how the body stores trauma aligns with the idea that our physical bodies are deeply connected with our spiritual and emotional selves. We can store trauma in various ways. So our cells have a memory. Traumatic experience can leave an energetic imprint on the cells, on the cellular memory, and then it impacts our physical or emotional health. Our chakras and energy centers play a crucial role in storing and processing trauma. When the energy centers become blocked or imbalanced due to emotional wounds, it can lead to physical manifestations of pain or discomfort. Unresolved emotions for traumatic events can become trapped in the body, creating tension in specific areas such as neck, shoulders, stomach, which are associated to certain emotions. Trauma can be stored in the subconscious mind. It's the mind's way of protecting us from overwhelming emotions, but that can lead to the repression of these traumatic memories, which may resurface later when we are at a better state and able to deal with them. Remember, the body's storage of trauma is an integration of the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of us. To heal and release the trauma, you then have to look at a holistic approach that addresses all of these levels. So releasing trauma from the body, it's a crucial part of your journey towards spiritual growth and transformation. My book, Awake, Aware, Conscious, covers all of these techniques and more, and it's moving beyond in a lot more detail. So here are some other suggestions on how to release some of this stored trauma. So therapeutic techniques. I have had wonderful success with my own clients in releasing trauma trapped in their bodies, so I know how powerful this can be. Work with a therapist or counselor who's been trained in trauma therapy. It can be immensely beneficial. They can guide you through the process like hypnosis, guided imagery, or other techniques to release that stored trauma from the body. Practices like Reiki, acupuncture, or crystal therapy, these techniques focus on clearing and balancing the body's energies. Practitioners will often work with the chakras and the energy meridians to help in the releasing and the healing of this energy. Regular meditation helps you become more aware of the energies in the body. It brings your attention to the areas where the trauma is stored. You can start to release it. Meditation allows you to observe your emotions without judgment, which is a powerful way to release trauma. Breath work, such as pranayama in yoga, helps release emotional and energetic blockages. Deep and conscious breathing moves energy and emotions. It helps to release the stored trauma. Bodywork therapies like deep tissue massage, myofascial release, or craniosacral therapy can physically release tension and trauma that's stored in the body's tissues. Vibrational healing, such as sounds, singing bowls, tuning forks, can resonate with and release stored energy in the body. The vibrations help to break up these energetic blockages and promote healing. Therapies like EFT, emotional freedom technique, or tapping can help process and release emotional trauma. I will leave a link at the end of the video for my video on 6-step tapping, connecting with your inner child, the part of you that experienced trauma. Healing that inner child can be a powerful way to release and transform past wounds. Journaling and art therapy, expressing your emotions and experiences through writing or creative arts, can release and process trauma. Remember that the process of healing trauma is a highly personal journey and may take some time. Be patient with yourself and consider combining various approaches to find what works best with you. The key is to create a safe and nurturing space for yourself as you work through these energies. Ultimately, this leads to your spiritual growth and transformation. So I hope this has been some help for people with their things that are locked in their body. So I will leave the link for that video at the end. And the description box will contain a link if you want to do some work with me on helping to release some traumas that are stuck in the body. My newsletter link will be in there as well. And if you want to contact me in any capacity, I am available. My email link will be there. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really is appreciated and it really helps the channel out. Thank you so much for your presence here today.